Hi friends, big news in the nutrition world. The new dietary guidelines have just been released. The dietary guidelines are federal nutrition guidelines that serve as the basis for not only what the public should eat, but also for federal policy school lunch, and they're a big deal. So I'm going to talk about some of the key changes in this edition, and then talk about what I liked and what I didn't like. They were spearheaded by the MAHA movement, Make America Healthy Again, RFK Jr. from the Department of Health and Human Services, and Brooke Rollins from the USDA. With the new guidelines came an inverted pyramid. Remember that pyramid from many moons ago? Well, it's been turned upside down, where red meat is the base, along with fruits and vegetables, and the whole grains are sort of at the bottom. So let's talk about some of the guidelines. Limit highly processed foods and focus on choosing real foods or whole foods. Prioritizing protein, particularly with an emphasis on animal protein, including red meat, full-fat dairy, and less attention paid on plant sources of protein. Pay attention to how much you're eating, to your portion sizes. Limit added sugar, also salt. Eat fruits and vegetables, colorful fruits and vegetables, throughout the day. And incorporate more healthy fats. And what are healthy fats? Attention has been given to healthy fats from beef, animal proteins, beef tallow, full-fat dairy, red meat, with less of an emphasis on olive oil, avocado, nuts. So what did I like? I liked the attention to limit the highly processed foods and really drawing attention to eating more whole foods, which is what we should be doing. But all of the guidelines really were recommending whole foods. But they did mention highly processed foods and limiting those numerous times. I did like the fact that we should pay attention to portion sizes, because after all, 70% of Americans are overweight, and when you watch your portions, it's easier to maintain your weight or even lose weight, as long as you're limiting portions of unhealthy, fattening foods. I did like the focus on incorporating fruits and vegetables at each meal throughout the day, and I did like the incorporating colorful produce throughout the day in its whole form. Here's what I did not like. What I did not like was the push to eat more protein, and really the protein recommendation was 50% or 100% more, almost doubled. And I'm not sure that that is substantiated. Certain populations might need more protein or considerably more protein, but not everyone. And despite the hype around protein, we are not, as a nation, deficient in protein. The focus on animal proteins was also, for me, problematic. And the fact that protein from animals, which are high in saturated fat, is also a problem, and from full-fat dairy. Interestingly, the guidelines did say to limit saturated fat to no more than 10% of calories. But hey, how could you do that if you are eating more animal protein, especially from red meat and beef tallow? So this pyramid, I would like to see fruits, vegetables, plant proteins, beans, poor beans. Beans and nuts were mentioned maybe all of one time. So that I didn't like. And again, healthy fats should be olive oil, nuts and seeds, so keep eating those. And sorry, RFK Jr., but I'm not sure that these guidelines will make America healthy again. I just hope they don't make America sick again. I'm Dr. Lisa Young, nutritionist, author, and adjunct professor of nutrition at NYU. I'd love to hear your thoughts.